We still doing that next year?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. That is my culture background. Like, you're not doing everything across.
No, exactly. Because you guys aren't down to Samori either. Right. Yeah, so will you still be able to do football?
Yeah. No, I'm all in for an hour local broadcast. Like, I don't do this. You have a game where you guys go.
Sound check. Boys Varsity Lacrosse. Sound check. Westerly.live here. Check, check. Check, check. Welcome one, welcome all. I am your voice, Greg Moreno here. We are Westerly.live. Alongside of me, the producer of Westerly.live, Shane Belanger. We are here at Westerly's Sal or Jerry Field, home of the reigning state champion. Yes, you heard that correctly. The reigning state champion, Westerly Bulldogs. 709 days ago today, the Dogs last played, and played they did. In 2017 and 2018, the Bulldogs had an unfortunate season and were not able to grab a victory. Did they ever turn that around? 2018, 2019, new year, new team, new results. 16-3 record and a state championship to toe. In addition to surprising all opponents all season long that year, that type of turnaround is extremely impressive and is a testament to the players coming together and changing the entire culture of Westerly lacrosse. Westerly edged Narragansett that day at Cranston Stadium. It was a Sunday. I was present, fortunately, for that game. The final being 8-7 in favor of our Westerly Bulldogs. It was an intensity-filled, action-packed state championship battle for the ages, as Westerly was crowned state champions as they last exited the field of play. Here we are today. The Lincoln Lions come to town to try to break what is a winning streak that Westerly has not seen in the past. Westerly has a lot of returning team members and high expectations for this season. We are getting ready on the field. We are sorry for the late start. Lincoln arrived a little bit behind schedule. Needless to say, after speaking with some of the athletes on the field, hopes are high for this spring season. It is a shortened season, however, so every game means that much more. We have a beautiful evening for lacrosse, and there are starting to be more fans in the stands as limitations change. Westerly will play home tonight and then spend the next 24 days on the road. In that 24 days, they will play 4 road games. They will return home to Westerly on June 7th. So we will not be seeing many more home games for the Bulldogs for a little while. Players are standing awaiting the national anthem.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Westerly Salvatore J.R. Jerry Field for tonight's boys lacrosse contest. Before we begin, can you please all rise for the playing of our national anthem?
And I want to make it known, folks, that a lot of these players just came off a football season, obviously a shortened version of football, and head straight into lacrosse, which is not a normal scenario. Lacrosse is also a violent game, high speed and extremely aerobic. And coming off of a football season directly into lacrosse practice, I can't imagine is an easy hurdle.
As a reminder
So
to all
that's a testament again
spectators,
to the
we need
players
to abide by all of the
who are
relevant
doing
lacrosse
everything they
league
can
and
to
state
get their
relevant
sports in this
guidelines
year,
in regards to match
and
wear.
the school department,
So
the
please,
coaches,
as
the
you are
parents,
entering
and the
exiting
efforts of
facility,
all have
go
made
into the
this
concessions
a
stand,
very, very
going
smooth
to the
transition
bathroom,
for
or going
Westerly
to talk
sports.
to a friend you haven't seen at a game in a really long time.
The
Please
players
wear your
are
mask.
taking the
You
field.
are fully vaccinated, meaning 2 weeks after your last shot. You are welcome to take your mask
Looks
off
like
at any
Joseph
time while you
Gervasini in the
stand
middle
socially
for the
distant
face-off.
from anyone
Nope,
else.
correction.
Please enjoy
That
tonight's
is going
game.
to be Jake Perkins for the face-off. And we're off, folks. And the face-off goes, there's a little bit of contact in the middle, and this is going to be a hard-hitting one, folks. And Lincoln ends up with it, but there is a whistle that stops play. Westerly is going to have it. And number 20 for the Bulldogs, Matt Garafola, takes it towards the goal, down the middle of the field, shot on goal. Great block by the goalie for Lincoln. Lincoln's defense has the ball. Wesley too rough for him, dropped the stick and the ball. Number 22 for Lincoln with it, trying to find space. Wesley, known for its defense, carried them greatly in the state championship game 709 days ago, giving up only 7 goals to the top scoring team in the state. Westerly with possession. That is going to be Luke Marley, who had a very good football season. He's taking it up the far side. He's taking it 2/3 himself. Now he's in the final third, and that pass is going to be over the head of the intended target. Number 22 for Lincoln, taking it downfield, but not prior to losing it. Rafferty on defense for the Bulldogs. Lincoln slowing down, trying to set up. And they pass it down to the baseline by the goal. And Westerly gets the errant pass, drops it though in a dangerous area. That's going to be Eason Chen with it. And he's taking it to length. He's made it half the field thus far, averting Lincoln defenders. Pass up the side. That's going to be number 42 of the Bulldogs. Makes a move inside, dumps it behind the goal. Wrapping around. We're going to see a shot here, folks. Great job by the goalie again. 2 great stops by the Lincoln goalie, Sam Kilbane. Wesley's controlled the action thus far. And a big hit, but we have a flag. And that one brought a roar upon the crowd. A little bit too big of a hit. It's going to give Lincoln possession. Westerly is definitely a defensive-minded, one-on-one attack hitting team. Especially on the defensive end. We're seeing it from the attack front end right now. The defense has not been challenged thus far. No shots on goal for the Lions. Whistle on the field. Players are still going to get set up behind the Lincoln goal. And the players are going to set. And we're live. Number 7 for the Lions. Flips to 22. Active on their offense is 22 thus far. No shots yet, but passing around the perimeter of the Lions. Down on the baseline of the goal. Dangerous pass. Marley on defense. Tenacious defense by Marley. Forces them just to flip it up and out. And that'll stay in bounds, and possession remains with the Lions. Great defense on that by Marley, though. And number 7 shoots it from long distance. Tallerty with the save. Brandon Tallerty, the junior captain, was only a sophomore but held goal all season long for the state champion Bulldogs as a sophomore. Very impressive. Gets it all the way across midfield to number 2. Good defense by the Lions. Number 2 retains possession. Makes a move, gets inside. Gonna have to cut back out. Number 20, Matt Garafola with possession, flips it around the side. Bulldogs playing deep perimeter passing at the moment. Tyler Rafferty with the ball, flips it back to Garafola. And the shot on goal again, blocked by the Lincoln goalie. He's been busy, but he's been up to the task. Wesley's offense playing great defense, making Lincoln have to work real hard to gain any type of possession. 42 spin move, loses the ball in the process. Number 26 for Lincoln, trying to get it over to Westerly's end. They haven't spent much time on their real estate. Big hit by the Bulldogs on the sideline, and the flag comes down late. Waiting to see possession, and that will be on the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs, again, are not shy. They will hit you, and they will wear you down. These kids are in great shape. Like I said, they've had no time to get out of shape between sports this year. Substitution for the Lions. We haven't seen much of Wesley's defense at work yet, but they're a violent crew themselves, led by senior Mike Garafola. And Tallerty with another save, net save. And he flings it over half, and that is caught by number 2, who takes it inside the perimeter. Spin move, still on his feet. And he passes it back. Number 5 with a shot wide right. That was Ryder Cassidy. And possession is going to go over to the Lions. Lions goalie with possession. Flips it over to number 20. Gets it over midfield. Number 7 with possession for the Lions. And the Lions flipping around the perimeter, looking for something inside. They're going to have to slash a streak. No one's just going to pop open on a loose ball like that. Westerly generally capitalizes on. Number 27 gets it, but retreats immediately. Haven't seen a lot of aggression out of the offense of the Lions. Number 29 with possession. Approaching the perimeter. Not a lot of movement inside by the Lions. All the way behind the goal in the corner. Number 29 looking for anything. Long crossfield flip. Dangerous. Picked off by Westerly. That was number 19, Jake Perkins, who still has it. Makes one move. Stays on his feet. He's got to watch his back. Number 27 trailing, and he passes it just on time. Pass in the middle. Number 5, goal! Beautiful one-timer by the Bulldogs. Ryder Cassidy with the goal. 2 pass and a shot. Jack Marone with the goal. We're back, folks. Matt Garofolo over the middle, deflected, and another goal by Jack Marone. Got back on top at a perfect time. I apologize about the delay, folks. Different roster on hand. Another good offensive series by the Bulldogs gives them a 2-0 lead. Both goals by Jack Marone. I now have the right numbers in front of me, and things should run much smoother this way. The Bulldogs coming out in a much higher pace fashion than we've seen from the Lions. They've come out with energy. The defense from their offense has been extremely impressive, giving the Lions fits just to get it into the Bulldogs side of the field. Shots on goal, the Bulldogs are dominating time of possession as well. Bulldogs are a hard-hitting, defensive-minded team. They're fast, and they will come at you in many ways. The only 2 flags on the day have been by 2 big hits by the Bulldogs, clean hits, but they will hit you as well. Number 1, Luke Marley, coming off of a impressive football season, has had a big first period here for the Bulldogs, as has Matt Garofolo, who holds the middle of the offensive attack. Does a great job of attacking the interior and either dishing off for a one-timer, which has been the approach on the first 2 goals, or taking a shot himself. The Lincoln Lion goaltender, however, has done a good job, but you can only do so much when that ball comes at you so often. So we're getting ready for a face-off at midfield. A 2-0 lead early for the Bulldogs. 5:47 remaining, stopped at the moment. And the Bulldogs take the face-off. It's still on the ground, actually, folks. And it looks like the Lions might scoop it up. Big man coming that way. No one wants to grab it. A lot of Bulldogs in the area. Garofolo knocks it out of the group, grabs it, starts taking it himself to about midfield, flips it over, and Bulldogs back on attack. Marone fighting for it. Petraska in the middle of the action. Matt Garofolo with the ball. Resettles the offense. Flips it over to Lance Williams. Flips it to Liam Cody. And they are now behind the goal. Jack Marone with possession. And the Bulldogs work the perimeter. A little slashing, makes a move inside. And another save by the Lincoln goalie. Co-captain Hogan Tierney with a good shot attempt on goal. Lincoln trying to get it out from behind the goal. Their goaltender with possession flips it in the far corner. Can't complete the pass, and the Bulldogs will play defense. Ball's on the ground, and it is picked up by Garofolo. Flips back. Bulldogs fighting for possession here. Kicks it out, and the Bulldogs will retain possession. That's Lance Williams coming off a football season, the quarterback. And the ball is behind goal. Marone with it. Flips it back over. Garofolo with it. Takes a little hit. Hits the middle. Takes the middle. Gets through the line of defense. Flips it with a nice shot to the low middle. Madison Hiltz with the goal. Co-captain. That brings the score to 3-0 Bulldogs, who have controlled the tempo throughout. Number 20, co-captain Madison Hiltz, a very busy first portion of this ball game. The Lions are just being outrun on every aspect of the game thus far. And the face-off goes to the Bulldogs. Co-captain Hogan Tierney with possession. Takes it across the middle of the field. Big hit. Takes down the defender. Westerly is not shy. I mentioned it. Dishes it off. Westerly's got it on the inside. Ball falls loose. Another good hit, allowing Westerly to pick up. That's Andrew Petroska. Shot goes wide. Lincoln goalie retreats. Bulldogs retain possession. Pass over the middle. Shot on goal wide. And that is going to give Lincoln possession. Correction, the Bulldogs remain. Lance Williams' possession. Long shot, far outside, wide left. All pressure has been on Lincoln thus far this game. And the flip, playing behind the goal at the moment. Liam Cody flips it to Marone. Comes around in front of the goal. Looking, retreats. Number 2, Petraska. Flips to Williams. Joe Gervasini with possession. Directing the offense. Flips to the corner. Behind the goal. Ball's on the ground. That's going to be a turnover by the Bulldogs. And he fires it. They've made it a third across the field. Had a tough time with that final third, and that pass is errant, and the Bulldogs fight for it, and will pick it up. I think. Nobody yet. Marley kicks it out, picks it up himself. He's taking it. Spin move by Marley, goes to the ground. Flips back, tries to pass out of it. Lincoln will take possession. Marley tried a spin move, a little bit of contact in the middle, put him to the ground. That's the biggest contact we've seen out of Lincoln thus far. Flips it to number 77. Heads towards the Westerly goal. And it bounces off the crossbar, and Garafola reels it in. Mike Garafola, co-captain, flips it to Marley. Squeezes between two guys. There's about 5 guys about to converge on him. And that ball is loose. There are more Lions in the area. Westerly is relentless when the ball is on the ground, and they come out with possession again. They do get hit from behind. The ball's on the ground again. And it's a scoop. Williams with the shot. Passed. Score again for Jack Marone. His third of the game. There's a flag on the field. That would have been Jack Marone's third goal of the game. I do believe it will remain. And we should get a little clarification here. And we're getting set for the face-off. Gervasini for the face-off, kicks it back, gets it himself, takes it out to the far side, looking for someone to pass to. Ball gets on the ground. Good defense by the Lions. 1 Bulldog, 2 Lions on the far side. Lions end up with it, heading into the Bulldog zone, flip it wildly across the field. They can't get into any kind of a groove on the offensive side of the field. The Bulldogs are just tenacious. When that ball is loose in any way or in an opponent's net, there's a lot of dogs around. 27 seconds running here. The score is 4-0. Jack Marone with 3 of the Bulldogs' goals. And co-captain Madison Hills with the 4th, who is taking it down the field as we speak. Takes it into the zone, passes in front of the goal, just wide. looking for the one-timer with Marone. Just a bit off. But again, the Lions on defense. The Lions will have it behind the net. Dangerous with no goalie in this area with the Bulldogs. However, they look like they're going to escape this time. Bulldogs do knock it out, knock it back on the ground, and there's 3 dogs, and that'll do it. For the quarter, the score, Westerly Bulldogs 4, Lincoln Lions 0, a quarter totally dominated by the Bulldogs. I am Greg Morano. We are Westerly.live, and we are going to head to commercial.
Events. When you
All right, folks, I am your voice, and we are Westerly.live. What we just saw in the first quarter was domination by the Bulldogs. They didn't miss a beat coming off a 709-day layover. They left the field playing extremely well and entered the field today playing extremely well. They are playing like a reigning state championship team you would expect to play. They are everywhere. They come in groups. They hit hard. They don't allow you to get in their zone thus far in any way. Tallerty's had 3 good saves and not too much else on goal for the Lions. The Bulldogs' offensive attackmen are playing great defense as well, not allowing the Lions to get across midfield. And I will say the Lions are going to have to hit a little bit more than they either were prepared to or they did in the first quarter, because Westerly is going to just continue to hit, and they're going to continue to check, and they're going to continue to wear you down, and they're not going to get tired by doing it. So 4 goals in the first. The Lions are going to need to cut into it a little bit here in the second, in my estimation. But we have 3 more quarters of action-packed lacrosse for you here, folks. Salo Jerry Field, the site of this lacrosse game, and will not be the site of another lacrosse game for the men until June 7th. They go on a 24-day road trip, 4 games on the road, and then they return back home. So we won't be seeing them for a while, but if they can continue this, then they'll be leaving in style, that's for sure. Lincoln's going to have to work on one aspect of play before they get into the whole big thing, because Westerly outplayed them in pretty much every aspect. They want the ball more. They pass more accurately. The Lions have had a tough time passing, especially in the offensive zone, but even to get out of their own end. Westerly looks like a well-oiled machine at the moment. You wouldn't think it's their first game. A lot of athletes on the field for this team. A lot of returning players. There are 4 co-captains. And again, high expectations. They liked how it felt. They got a taste of a state championship, and they want another. And the face-off. Williams looking for it, comes out with it. And flips it to Hiltz. Bulldogs heading in the direction of the quad. Hiltz slowly taking it around, speeds up a little bit. Got a lot of open grass, flips it back though. Not being greedy, drops the pass though. Missed a shot attempt there. Number 22 for the Lions, very active player. Got to watch out from behind. And takes the hit for not being aware. Ball still on the ground. And he gets hit by number 20 of the Lions. And picks his pocket. Flips over the middle to Marone with a shot deflected off the defenseman for the Lions. The goalie behind the goal does not have possession of the ball. And Wesley comes out with it. Another good hit by the Lions, who are playing more aggressively. That was obviously something the coach must have emphasized on, because they are. They're swinging the stick a little bit more, causing a little bit more discomfort for the Bulldogs offense, who will reset now, as Hiltz has it over the middle, who appears to be their offensive captain. He is the co-captain. One hitter over the middle. It's number 9, and it is in for the goal. Scoring for the Bulldogs is Lance Williams. And that brings us to a 5-0 score here for the Bulldogs. Switch sides, same results. All of the play is on the Lions' inner third. And it's not like once the Lions figure out a way to get into the Bulldogs' third of the field, it's going to get any easier. Highly aggressive, highly skilled opponents await when their names are called. And the face-off on the ground goes to the Bulldogs. Number 34 picks it up. And it gets knocked out of bounds. Tyler Rafferty with it. And the Lions with possession. Heading down the field. And they flip to the side. Bulldogs almost pick it off. Do get a net on it. It's on the ground. A few people over there in the scrum. Waiting to see who kicks it out. Nobody with possession yet. Bulldogs will end up with possession, I do believe. And it's still in the air, folks. Nobody can grab possession. Now the Lions do. Spin move. And the ball's loose again. Number 88, spin move again. Keeps it. 2 defenders trying to get around. Can't get anywhere. Whistle is blown. Westerly does not stop. You have to keep moving if you're going to get anywhere on offense against these guys. They do not stop. And a timeout is called on the field. That will be a Lincoln timeout. Much needed. So, needless to say, the Bulldogs looked extremely impressive here on a beautiful night for lacrosse. We will be live with you tomorrow night for a Westerly Ladies softball varsity matchup at Similori Field. I believe the starting time is 4:30. All information can be located at westerly.live. And you can find all of our upcoming scheduled broadcasts right on westerly.live under the menu tab. We will be touching all spring sports possible, including softball, baseball, lacrosse, volleyball, tennis. If it's sports and it's in Westerly, we're there. And number 29 for Lincoln flings it over the goal, over the intended receiver, and in the general direction of Granite Street. The Bulldogs will take possession. Mike Garofola behind goal. Flips it to Tallery, the goalkeeper. Junior captain. Throws over midfield. Caught by number 42, Liam Cody, who takes it inside the perimeter, a couple moves. And he's going to pass over the middle. Nice pass to Marone. And he shoots and scores. It bounces straight up, hits the crossbar and in. Marone all over the offensive end, streaking, finding gaps. One-timer after one-timer to Marone. That will be his 4th goal of the game and give the Bulldogs a 6-0 lead. So Lincoln must be getting a little bit frustrated. Not a lot of animation on the Lincoln squad today. First game of the season. Williams for the face-off. Marley on the near side on offense. And he flips it out. Marley kicks it a little bit. And Lincoln will not gather possession yet. Now they do. Marley from behind. And he will continue to follow you. Big hit in the middle by Hiltz, the captain. Takes over. That's a turnover because of the hit. Marley with possession. Will shoot from afar. And it goes off. Oh, we have an injured player. We have an injured player on the field, folks. Never like to see any kind of an injury, and this is a fast, hard-hitting sport. The players are going to head to the sidelines, and we are going to go to a quick break. Welcome back, everybody, and it's a beautiful thing to see. Number 20 for the Lincoln Lions is up and walking off the field. Good sportsmanship as several, if not all, of the Bulldogs go over to give him fist bumps. That includes the goalie. So all the Bulldogs displaying really good sportsmanship. Very scary situation when you get hit by a ball. We will return to play, and the score, Bulldogs 6, Lincoln 0. Bulldogs have controlled the pace of play the entirety of this game. They have been aggressive, to say the least. They've been aggressive defensively, every player on the field. They have been aggressive on the offensive end as well, doing a great job of passing. I do believe almost all of their goals, except for one, were on one-timers. And Hiltz will open things back up with possession. Flips it over, shot on goal wide. And the Lions goalie is going to retreat behind the goal with possession. And he's going to flip it to the side. They're struggling with little passes like that allow the Bulldogs to jump up in on them. And Liam Cody on the defense with the turnover, forces the turnover in the Lions zone. Pass over the middle, quick shot low, and it goes away. Shot attempt by Andrew Petraska, who's had a very productive day, maybe not in goals, but he is all over the offensive end, attacking the Lions whenever they get a handle on it. Hiltz to the middle, tries to get it to Marley on the inside, unable to do so. The Lions goalie reels it in. And almost intercepted dangerously. Number 2 can't handle it, though. Giving Marone an opportunity, knocks the ball to the ground. Now Marley and Marone are in the area. Ball is flipped up, and Marone will take it. Flips it over to Petresky. Takes it around the front. Little picks it up, shoots from the perimeter. Almost gets it low, one bouncer off the Lion goalie. The Lions goalie will take possession behind the goal. Again, this entire game is being played in the Lions' third of the field. And that ball flipped to the third and picked off Gervasini of the Bulldogs, and the shot gets knocked wide. This Lion goalie must be exhausted. Marley with possession behind the goal. Fakes a flip in front, tries a jump move, and loses the ball in the process. There is a whistle, and it looks like it's going to be against the Bulldogs, and we're going to head in the Westerly direction. How far they'll get, we do not know. Number 26 on the far side. Spin move. They'll get out of their own third, and he's on his own, running down the sidelines. Marley behind him. Big hit by Hiltz. Knocks him down hard on his own sideline. A clean hit by Hiltz. These are huge, vicious hits, but they are clean, legal hits. Beautiful sport. Being played in a beautiful manner by the Bulldogs. Number 34, Tyler Rafferty with possession. Flips it to Hiltz. Busy man today, crosses the middle field. The Bulldog captain into the line third, flips it, and it drops to the ground. Lions trying to pick one up, and the Hiltz gets put to the ground in the middle of the scrum, though, who's back on his feet and comes out with possession after being hit. And the shot from the perimeter, what a shot it was. Low left corner for the Bulldog goal. Madison Hiltz having himself a day. The score, Westerly Bulldogs 7, Lincoln Lions 0. From midfield forward, the Bulldogs are pretty unfallible at the moment. They are having a heck of a game. The Lions have no answer for the Bulldogs' tenacity. They are just relentless. If a Lion has possession, they're relentless on your stick. If the ball's on the ground, they're relentless for possession, and they come in packs. The face-off. And the Bulldogs pick it up. It's going to be Fazaro with the ball down the middle on his own, going to make a move, and the ball goes to the ground. Bulldog picks it up, shoots it low, and batted to the side by the Lincoln goalie. Give him credit for the save, dangerous pass. And Cody owns his corner over there and is whistled for the contact. Doesn't like the call, but he has owned his area throughout this game. Also been very busy. And there's going to be a substitution. And the Lions, number 22, takes it across midfield. Lance Williams on the defense. And that'll switch over. Matt Garafola. And number 9, Lance Williams picks it up and takes possession. Throws it over midfield. Eric Fazaro picks it up. Into the Lions third yet again. Backs up, slows down. Letting the Bulldog offense set up. They do have that luxury at the moment with the cushion that they have. Fazaro flips it to the inside. And the shot is wide left. Lance Williams with a shot attempt from his knees. 5:54 to go. And the Lions trying to take it up the field. The Bulldogs laying back a little bit more than they have all day. Oh, I say that and they hit him in the chin. Number 25 with the ball into the Bulldogs third. And they will not get a friendly reception. Co-captain Mike Garafola in the area. Brother Matthew Garafola. Goalie Brandon Tallerty. And they flip it over the middle. There was a streaking Lion. They were attempting a one-timer in the middle. No go. Matt Garafola scoops it up and flips it back over midfield. Cody with it. Passes over the middle. Pass goes a little errant, and the Lions will pick it up. And they will race all the way back behind their goal. And set up. Goalie with the pass to number 2. Dangerous pass over the middle, and it falls to the ground. Number 88 for the Lions, going all the way downfield. Relentless defense by the Bulldogs. They do not allow you to go. And Marley for the Bulldogs attacking. Flips it, number 42. The shot on goal, and it is a goal. Liam Cody deservingly scores a goal. Working hard, having a great game overall, all around. Gives the Bulldogs 8. Makes it an 8-0 game. Everything going in the favor of the Bulldogs in this one. 4:17 to go in the second. And as I said earlier, the Bulldogs will be on the road for the next 24 days, not returning home again until June 7th. 4-game, 24-day road trip. And the face-off, flipped and won by the Bulldogs. Hiltz has it. Having a great game. You do not want to be in the area with him. He will hit you. Great offensive ability as well. Multiple goals. Gervasini over to Cody again. Cody trying to scoop it off the ground. Flips it to Marone. Marone behind the goal with possession. Racing his way around, looking for someone in the middle. Nothing there. Resets it to Hiltz outside the perimeter. Fight in the middle. Shoots from the outside, and it goes wide left. Lions will take over behind their goal. This has been a dangerous position for the Lions all day, and now they'll finally put their goalie back in goal and have somebody else start their possession. Again, not much free space for them. And a hit. They're having a hard time getting across their own third. Petraska for the Bulldogs everywhere on defense. Offensive player, but playing fantastic defense. Turns it over right there for the Bulldogs. And another Bulldog goal. Lance Williams with another goal for the Bulldogs, making the score 9-0. And the defense almost getting to the point where they're going to have to stretch out a little bit here. They haven't had much to do in a little while. This period in its entirety, they really haven't. And the 3 good shots on goal that Lincoln has been able to produce were stoned by Tallerty in the goal. And Wesley wrestles for the loose ball and takes possession. Fizarro still with possession. Cody flips it over to the middle. Marley off the side of the goal. Great opportunity missed. Not a huge crime. Wesley probably trying to work some new plays in here. Marone just went awry. One of the few incomplete passes for the Bulldogs. And the ball's on the ground. Hiltz ends up with it. Great move to get over. Down the length of the field. Now he's in the Lincoln's third. The perimeter. Inside. Shot on goal. Good job by the Lincoln goalie. Tries to find someone. Throws it to an area. Bulldogs Gervasini picks it up. And back into the Lincoln zone they are. Cutting across the middle. Beautiful pass to Marley. One-timer. Great shot and great stop by the Lincoln goalie, who has done nothing but be pressured this entire game. I'd like to know the shots on goal. Too many for me to keep track of. That was something I was going to attempt to do, but there's no way with this size of a discrepancy. And the goalie flips it up, and a line comes down with it. Number 88 crosses midfield. Gervasini right behind him. And they're in Wesley's end. And the shot from outside. And Tallerty deflects it off to his right. No good. The Lions maintain possession. Have not been able to get one past Tallerty yet today. And again, great defense by the Westerly offense. That's number 32, Matt Garofola, and brother Mike Garofola, co-captain, who scoops it up behind the goal. And there is a whistle. And it is going to be Lincoln's possession in the Westerly zone. Marley on man. Lincoln flips it around the perimeter. Number 22 for Lincoln, been very active today. Not a lot of help going through the middle. Flip it just behind the goal, number 88, behind the Lincoln goal. Correction, the Wesley goal. Flips it in front for a one-timer, doesn't complete, and It is picked up by the Bulldogs. That's a little contact. That's Marley with it. Spin move crosses midfield. And the ball is swiped, picked his pocket, number 22. Shoots from way outside off of a Westerly defender and knocked harmlessly out of the way. Lincoln will remain with possession. And Mike Garafola flips to Tallerty, who flips it over midfield to Cody. And just like that, the Bulldogs are on attack again. Flips it over the middle, and that is a beauty. Beautiful pass, beautiful reception by Marone, and another goal. He is having a day. The passing by the Bulldogs, we've been talking and focusing on their intensity on defense and their hitting and their speed, but the passing has been flawless. They've been hitting people from outside the perimeter, crossing the lane in front of the goalie all day long. And the ball very rarely gets to the grass, and when it does, there's a pack of dogs there to pick it up. Their passing has been very, very impressive, especially after, as I said all day, a 709-day layoff. They haven't missed a beat and are playing like the reigning state champions. And the Bulldogs win the face-off, and there's a whistle. Stoppage of play. And Lincoln's going to grab possession. And Lincoln on the attack. And 27 flips over, and Matt Garafola deflects it, puts the ball on the ground. See, Lincoln not able to complete any passes here, number 9 for the Bulldogs. And that is going to end the period. Score 10-0 Westerly. It's been utter domination on the field thus far. We're going to go into an intermission here. The score, the Bulldogs 10, the Lions 0. The Bulldogs are probably going to see a little bit in the area of substitutions going forward, getting everybody an opportunity working new things, because what they have been working has been dominating in every aspect of play. Defensively, midfield, offensively, whether it's passing, checking, hitting, whatever it may be, goaltending especially. They haven't put the ball in the goal one time. And they have had 4 or 5 really good attempts at a goal, but nothing could get by Tallerty. So the Bulldogs with an impressive first half. What do you say to your team if you're the Lions coach at the moment? I mean, Westerly hits, that's for sure. The Lions did come out a little bit more aggressively in the second period than the first, but they have a long way to go. They pretty much just need to start trying to work in some plays and work on their passing, essentially, because the Bulldogs are all over the field at the moment. We are going to head off into break, and we'll be back with your second half of action.
done the last 6 minutes of that.
Yeah, no, no problem. 12 of 10 goals at one time in the second half. So. So I'll walk up to you and go, I'll go like that. It's like, I'll go like that 2 times. Right?
If I stand out there the second half again, it'll be
Okay. Yeah, I told the rest of you guys just not to we're just going to get them harder. It's a little, getting a little crazy. So let's just get them on
the
there.
first time we've actually had spectators beat
Yeah. No, I think so. We're just.
So it's running time, second half, and you're up by 10. So it's just running time. Now, they are not positive the West actually got. If it continues to be
You going to volleyball after this, Dad?
if it's 9, or they're not sure if it has to go to 8 before it stops being running time. So they just said we're running until they find us all done. Yeah. No, I see, I realized, like, I knew that, I'm like, that is not Matt Garofolo, that's Madigan, it's Madigan with a G. But I'm like, that's not him. But then I started looking on the side, and I'm like, he's not even looking. He's not even looking at the, like, the numbers aren't right. And then I looked on the side, I'm like, oh, that's why. It's the...
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am the voice, Greg Morano, and we are Westerly.live. We are here at Sal Orgiri Field in Westerly, watching the reigning state champion Bulldogs put on a clinic at the moment. The first half of play, they have played in 709 days since they walked off the field at Cranston Stadium on Sunday, June 2nd, 2019, having just beaten the Narragansett Mariners 8-7 and earning their state championship, just one season removed from a winless campaign. The turnaround changed the entire culture of lacrosse for the Westerly Bulldogs. And many of these players are the players that were a part of it. They have high expectations of this season after speaking with them. They know how well they can do, and they're putting it all together here in the first half. There's really not one aspect of the game. I'm not a coach by far, but there's not one aspect of the game they haven't outplayed Lincoln in, that's for sure. They've showed aggression. They have showed a tenacity on defense. They just do not let you have that possession without being attacked. And here we go, the face-off. And Westerly wins it. Westerly in Westerly's zone for one of the first times. Lincoln trying to come out of the scrum with it. And Wesley does not. Lance Williams does. Seems to be a trend tonight as he works his way down the sideline. Gets through about 3 defenders, still going. No one behind him as he lances, and he's going to slow down, set up a little bit. Flips it over to Petroska. Flips it in the middle. And the one-timer to number 22, co-captain Hogan Tierney for the goal. That's the passing I was referring to. The offense and midfield of the Bulldogs are playing remarkably well. And the only reason I don't bring the defense into that, they're playing shutout lacrosse. They just haven't had much action. They have had to work to maintain a shutout because Lincoln by no means hasn't put together some shots. They've had 4 or 5 really good shots on goal, stoned by Tallerty, and any other attempt to get in near the goal, the defense just steps in. So Williams wins the face-off, and it's back to Marley with possession. Crossing midfield. Centering, makes a move, gets by his defender. And he's going to go over to the net and shoot, and it is a goal. Luke Marley scores for the Bulldogs. That'll be number 12. And I don't know if there's any quick going on the Lions. They're not moving very much on the field. Westerly almost effortlessly here, just knocked in 2 goals in under 2 minutes time, and that's with a running clock. I do believe Westerly has successfully intimidated this Lions squad, rightfully so. And the face-off. Williams has success all day. And the ball comes loose. And Tierney picks it up for the Bulldogs, who speeds up as he crosses middle. He's in the Lions' third, and he's going to back up. Little clock roll. Cody with the ball, throws behind. Jerry Rossini picks it up. Excuse me, that's Jack Marone. And flips it to Petroska, who centers it to Williams. Allowing the clock to run a little bit, playing perimeter passing. Across the middle, a bounce pass just out of the reach. Intended for Tierney. Been successful with that stuff all day long. And the goalie for Lincoln drops it behind him when he tries to fling it out. Marone all over him. The ball back on the ground. And then Marley struck with a stick, and that's going to go against the Lions, I believe. Liam Cody is going to take the ball from behind goal. And they're going to switch that. And Cody to Marone. Had a great day offensively, highly impressive. In front of the net. Retrieving passes, catching passes, one-timers, all game long. Has the ball behind the net right now. Takes it hard. Looking for a scoop. There's a flag down. Waiting for line possession. Nice pass over the middle. Great eyes to Hiltz. Great pass. Even better reception and vision by Hiltz. Turn around and score. Highly impressive play. Hiltz has had a day and a half, showing why he's the captain, leader of this offense. And that's 13 for the Dogs. And the clock will run as the sun goes down behind the cloud. We have had a beautiful night. The Bulldogs have impressed, to say the least. At this point in the game, and with the Lions' energy level and intensity level, I would be careful if they do get into the Bulldogs zone. The Bulldogs defensemen aren't tired by any means, and they hit as well. They're just waiting for their opportunity. The face-off. Gervasini wins the face-off to Marley. Marley to Petrashka. The pass, nice pass. And Petrashka with the shot, and Marley with the score from the perimeter. Lower left corner, Marley sneaks it by, and that'll be 14, and there's a horn. And the players are going to their sidelines. There's a timeout on the field. I would imagine it is a Lincoln timeout. 7 minutes remain. We're going to head to a commercial real quick, folks. Welcome back, one and all. We are Westerly.live here at Salo Algieri Field. Men's lacrosse, first game in 709 days. June 2nd, Sunday at Cranston Stadium. Last time this team walked off the field, when they did, they were state champs. They've walked back on the field 709 days later today, and they are playing like reigning state champs. I said it earlier, I spoke to several players. They have high expectations of their season. And I can see why. The aggression, the no-quit attitude, plus just the fundamentals and the ability to hit the streaking player, to complete the passes. If the ball's on the ground, there's Bulldogs all over the place for it. They came into this one hungry, that's for sure, and that hasn't gone away at all. Lincoln does look like a tired, defeated team at the moment. And we are set for the face-off. Williams pops it loose, and it's still on the ground. Trying to kick it out. 3 Bulldogs, 2 Lions, and the Bulldogs take possession. It's going to be Gervasini with the ball. Takes it around the corner. Slows it down a little bit, as instructed by the coach, I'm sure. And they fling it around. But see, as they do fling it around, they're flinging it around effectively. They're completing their passes. Marley flips it around. Petrashka with the shot and the score. Great shot, lower left, one bounce. Nearly impossible to stop. He's been all over the place as well. Very nagging on the Lions' offensive players, all over them. It's going to give the Bulldogs 15. Down to 6 minutes and moving. And as I said earlier, if you weren't with us, we will be with you live tomorrow night at Similori Field, host of the women's varsity fast pitch softball game. Game starts at 4:30. Get it right here at Westerly.live. Williams with the ball over midfield into the Lions' third now. Flip back. Williams gets it, but it is a backfield. And I made up that term because it's just like backcourt in basketball. We'll see if there's its own terminology here. And the Lions with the ball. And it goes out, and it's going to be Bulldogs' possession. Mike Garafola scoops it up. Hasn't had to do much. Takes it himself. Up the middle. Big man can move. But he can hit even harder. There's no one getting in his way. I promise you that, my friends. And the Bulldogs are right downfield again in scoring territory. And the shot and the score. Lower right corner that time by Eric Fazaro, who gets in the scorebooks today. And the number keeps getting higher and higher, and the heads are dropping on the Lincoln side. And you don't like to see that because that's when things happen. Injuries, things you don't need to happen. So back in the middle for another faceoff. Lance Williams. And they're on the ground. And the ball's still on the ground. Lions almost had it this time, but Westerly just keeps slapping. And will not let them come up with it. And Marley comes out with it. And he is going to, he gets it knocked out of his stick. He was headed to the goal. And a big hit puts him to the ground, number 20 with a big hit. And they take over. Westerly misses a big hit. Number 20 slowly takes it down the field. And again, a simple little flip they can't convert. Number 1, Lions, crosses into the Bulldogs' third. And a big hit by Garofola Mike. Ball's dropped. Hills picks it up. Off to number 9, Lance Williams, back in Lion territory. And a big hit on a crossing Bulldog, Joe Gervasini. Flag is down. And another hit on Gervasini, and this will stop play as the Lions take possession. That's going to go against the Lions. I will say the Bulldogs have had countless big hits tonight. Countless Lions have been put to the ground, and I don't believe there's been a penalty on any of them. Their biggest hits have all been clean. Stick checking, things like that they've been flagged for, but with as tenacious of a defense that they have, they'll take those. So here we are, 2:44 in running. Bulldogs take possession. It's going to be Williams, who flips it to Petrashka, who shoots, and it goes off of the upright, and the Lions take possession, and it's back on the ground because of those Westerly sticks. Scrum for the ball. No one's got it yet. Marone comes out with it, flips it back real quick, and the Bulldogs maintain possession, and that's Williams. Marone's had a great day, scoring defensively, in the zone, streaking over the middle, completing passes, one-timers. He's done it all on the offensive end today, there's no question. And these offensive players have played great defense. Number 22 for the Lions takes it up the field, crosses midfield. Meets Williams, passes to the middle. This one's caught. 29. Ball's on the ground now. And again, there's more Bulldogs than there are Lions. And Cesaro trying to scoop it up. Can't grab it. And there's a whistle. It's going to go in Westerly's direction. And here we go. Williams with it down the side. Over the middle, backs it off. Flips it to Fazaro. Flips it to Petrashka. And they're letting the clock wind a little bit as he reads the middle. A lot of open space in the middle they create. A streak, an accurate pass, and a shot, and that's how they've been doing it all day. Tierney, the co-captain, streaks over the middle, pass on the baseline. Intended for Marone, gets knocked to the ground. Picked up by the Bulldogs, and their pass goes high. So we're going to head in the Lions' direction. And the Bulldogs' defense gets set for some possible action. The Lions flip it up the field. Can't complete it, gets bounced in the air, and on the ground it goes. That's been the story all day long. 32, Matt Garofola with the ball. Passes, complete, slapped out of Fazaro's stick. Fazaro looking to scoop it, and almost does, gets it knocked out, picks it up. Perseverance kept that, a good move over the middle. Still trying to scoop, and that's the end of the quarter, folks. End of 3, one more to go. It will run, the clock will run. The score is Westerly Bulldogs 16. Lions have yet to score. Great overall game by the Bulldogs, clearly. Coaches will find things to improve on, as they always do. Again, the Bulldogs' next home action won't be until June 7th. They will be back. In the meantime, they will have 4 road games, and June 7th should complete their shortened regular season. They will be traveling on Friday to Burrillville, and they will be playing at 4 o'clock. After that, they will be traveling to Rogers on the 22nd, Saturday at 11 a.m., followed by the 27th, which is a Thursday game, at 5 p.m. in Narragansett. And finally, Friday, 6 p.m. on June 4th against Cranston East on the road. And they come back on June 7th to play Providence Country Day. So I don't have statistics. I do know they're one-sided. Defense of the Bulldogs has been nearly perfect by all players. Lions have had their opportunities, have had their shots, haven't been able to solve Tallerdy in the goal yet, who has stolen them on their 5 best attempts, I would say. Overall, across the field, Bulldogs definitely get an A for their return after their 709-day layover from lacrosse. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not a 709-day layover from sports in general. In fact, it's quite the opposite for most of these players. A lot of these players play a fall sport, have the winter to recover in one manner or another, and then come to this violent sport. Football season just ended, so these guys went from one to the other. So it's a credit to all of these young athletes. And we're back in the middle of the field for a face-off. Bulldogs, ball's on the ground, and the Lions trying to pick it up here. Fazaro with his stick knocks it to the ground, and Williams picks it up. Spin move, avoids the defender, over midfield, flips it to the far side, flips to the middle, number 12, and a big hit, ball goes on the ground. There's been some substitutions, so some of these players haven't seen action all day. And the pass over the middle, the intended receiver intercepted. Lions very frustrated, just kicked the ball, throwing their hands in the air. Not sure what the complaint's about. There is a flag down, and the whistle is blown. It's going to be against the Lions. Correction, it's going to be against the Bulldogs, I believe. And Fazaro opens with a possession. Pass, and they're behind the goal. Ball on the ground. A little bit more than it's been. Again, these are some new players. Haven't been on the field yet this season. Number 29 fighting with number 20. Jake Perkins, that is, behind the goal. Williams back there, straightens things out and scoops it up. Working his way around the goal, far pass. Shot from the perimeter, doesn't get through everybody. Gets tangled up on the ground, and the Lions scoop it up. Big man for the Lions, gets hit from behind, passes it, scoops up, and they will pass midfield and enter the Bulldogs' third. Number 88 passes the baseline, and they can't hang on and convert the pass. That's been the story all day. Big hit behind the goal. Hills with the hit. Correction, that's Mike Garofolo with the hit. And the Lions are going to maintain possession. Lions are very leery at getting too far into the middle. They have been punished. And they veer back out. The pass goes to errant. And number 7 for the Lions has it. Constant stick checking. Ball's on the ground. Luzzy on defense. Gets picked off, and the shot is wide right. Ryder Cassidy in the goal now. As starter Brandon Tallerty has had a good game and been removed for the game, posting a shutout in his first action in a long time, and that was a good save there by Cassidy. The Bulldogs all the way down the Lions' end, displaying their passing, and they pass it back towards the perimeter. Number 12 takes a hit, goes to the ground, and the Lions pick it up, and they just flip it in the air rather than take the hit. It appeared as that was the situation. 5 Bulldogs about to come at you, so just kind of get rid of that. And Fazaro breaks through the middle and gets stick check from behind. Gets his pocket picked. Big hit by the Bulldogs. Michael Carrero takes the man to the ground, closes the turnover. Fight for the ball on the ground, and Carrero almost comes out with it. Ball is up in the air. Nobody seems to want it, and it is finally settled by Williams. And the flip to Petrashka, who backs it up. Lets the clock tick. Over the middle pass, almost handled by number 29. Beautiful pass, good effort by Jake Perkins in the middle. 2 Bulldogs on the ground, 5 Lions around them. Finally a whistle. It's going to go, Lions are going to take possession. We're at 7.5 running the rest of the way here, folks. And flip across field, Fazaro with the defense knocks it to the ground. And a nice check by Fazaro. There is a whistle. The Lions will pick up possession. To be able to play as aggressively on defense as the Bulldogs have, and not just with bone-shattering hits, which there have been plenty of, but what we just saw right there by Fazaro. Just relentless defense to the point you take your offensive play to the ground. Great pass, one-timer. Great stop by number 66, the Lion goalie. Yeah, the Bulldogs have definitely intimidated this team. And number 2 looking for it, takes a big hit. And where I was going with that was all the big hits that the Bulldogs have had. There's a flag on the big hit there. A little bit late was the flag, I expected it. But out of all of the hits that the Bulldogs have implored on the Lions, none of them have been not within the rules. They have all been clean hits. It's been an extremely clean game. And that's what you like to see. You like to see aggression. You like to see hitting. You like to see tenacity. You like the perseverance and tenacity of the Bulldogs. Whenever the other team has the ball or whenever the ball is on the ground, has not slowed down one bit this entire night. We have a timeout on the field. The Lions, I think, want the clock to run out more so than even the Bulldogs do at the moment. We are going to sneak in a quick commercial while the players get reset. Welcome back, one and all. We are Westerly.live. We are in the last 5 minutes of the men's varsity lacrosse season opener. And number 12 passes to the inside. Number 29 with a shot on goal. Stoned by the Lion goalie. Good job by the Lion goalie. Bulldogs have this one in hand with a score of 16-0. This is their first action in 709 days. 709 days ago, they were crowned state champions. They have taken the field, and they have looked like state champions. Great catch by Bulldogs. Shot on goal, and the score. Liam Cody on the books again, been all over the field all day. Great job reeling in the high pass, pulling it down, and aiming the shot. That's 17 in goal for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs have made a few switches, including a switch in goal. Starting goalie Tallerty leaves with a shutout in week 1. The offense, front 3, middle 3, played just fantastic. All over the field, all the time. Never got tired. And Williams wins. Fazaro picks it up, heading towards the middle. And he flips it over the middle, 29 with the goal. The one-timer, Jake Perkins scores. Great pass by Fazaro. It's that accuracy, that precision behind the Bulldogs passing as they attack on offense that the Lions have had no answer for and have not been able to do themselves. So that was a great job and a great score by Perkins. Perkins, a freshman, may very well have been his first varsity goal ever, and it was. Williams, ball's on the ground. Lions trying to pick it up, but Bulldogs aren't having much about that all day long. And the Bulldogs brought to the ground. Fazaro flips it up. It's on the far side. And it is going to head in Westerly's favor towards the Lions' goal. We are down to under 3 minutes, folks. And this one goes a little out of range. Lions pick it up. And they flip it across, and they can't complete the pass. 26 of the Lions forced to back off. I mean, they're being defended so far away from the goal. Mike Garafola, the senior co-captain on defense behind the goal at the moment. Also captain of the football team. State champion caliber, all-state caliber player. Who is going on to play further football next year. Congratulations and good luck to him in that endeavor. Well earned and well deserved after so many changes and so many different things these guys have had to go through. That was a nice shot on goal by number 22 of the Lions. The ricochet put the ball on Granite Street. We're back live. 22 with it again. Being defended right at the start of the third. The Bulldogs do not like you in their third of the field. Number 22 trying to find his way around. And another shot on goal, and a great job by the Bulldog goalie. And the rebound shot was over the goal. Great stop by the goalie of the Bulldogs. And another shot goes wide left. And that is going to give the Bulldogs possession. I do believe it will be Captain Garafola that will start with it. And we have a minute remaining, folks. And the pass all the way across the field. Nearly completed. Gervasini reels it in. Flips it to number 12, Luzzy. Number 19 with a shot on goal, and it gets stripped away from behind. The Bulldog does have it in the middle, and now it's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. Big strong people. Number 19 of the Bulldogs jumps, shoots, and scores. Joe Gervasini with a jump shot with his left hand. Very impressive score. And he's been on the board a number of times today, having a fantastic game himself. And that's going to be the final of this one, folks. The Bulldogs will walk away with an 18-0 season opening victory over the Lincoln Lions. The final horn has gone off. The Bulldogs sprint on the field to their defensive goal. This is a team that has a lot of passion, a lot of excitement. They played throughout the game that way. They love what they're doing, and they have the potential to do a lot of good things this year. A highly impressive start to their season, and it's the way to defend the crown, that's for sure. I'm sure the coaches will have them working on things, and we won't see them back here for almost a month. June 7th back here at Salo Jerry Field is when they'll return. 4 road games in the meantime. We wish them the best of luck. I am the voice, Greg
All
Moreno.
3 exits
We
are
are
available for
Westerly.live,
use.
and we
Please
will
use
be
any
with
of
you
the 3
tomorrow
exits
night, Similary Field,
on your way
4:30
out.
p.m., Westerly Varsity Female Softball.
One
Be
thing
there,
we ask
we'll be
is
there.
that as you do exit the facility, you do not hang around the main gate. Walk out and go left, go right, go into the parking lot, go onto the quad, go wherever you want. But please exit the facility and wait for the boys outside of the stadium area. Thank you.